What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. In the last episode, we had a really cool French attack. We only got to the semi-final after playing 5 games, very frustrating. But I'm playing alright FIFA right now, so hopefully we can get another good draft here today and do bits with it. You know what, let's go for the 4-3-1-2. I don't use this formation often, but I do remember having quite good results with it. And we're going to start with one to watch, Cristiano Ronaldo. So I don't have Team of the Year Ronaldo again, but I'm all right with what we've got here. Ooh. This Cutrone, or Cutrone, 4-star skill moves, nice and tall, great shooting, great dribbling, good pace, good physicals. This is a quality card. Do you know what? Let's take him. We'll go for the Serie A here, guys. I'll try and fit in as many Serie A players as possible, even if it is a detriment to the rest of the team. And when we can't get what we want, we got to take something for a chem style. So we'll go for the engine chem style. That wasn't too great. But there are, like, Bentancur would be good. Oh, and there he is. How about that? That's actually amazing. And he's got a shadow chem style. And he is amazing. 3-star weak foot is a bit suspect. 6'2", 4-star skill moves. Really good physicals again. Great stamina. Good dribbling in general. Great passing. Great shooting in the, what you need him for. Shot power and long shots. And great passing for what you need him for with short pass, long pass and vision. Good pace. And then, of course, gets that strong link with Ronaldo. Giving Ronaldo full chem. Bentancur full chem. And then I can switch them in game, which means I can actually have the freedom here to pick any centre mid that we desire. And I'm going to take Milinkovic-Savic. We'll carry on with this Serie A theme, even though we did have the opportunity to move away from it there. Ooh. Do we go for an FFS themed draft? Do we take Artur? This is another quality card. It is throwing up the FFS cards. I know we could take Verratti with the new Screamer boost. Great shooting and passing. Great dribbling already. Decent defending. Terrible physicals, terrible pace. And he would soft link, obviously, to the left striker. But Milinkovic-Savic can go and soft link to the left striker. So, yeah, we're going to take Artur there. And we're going to go for as many FFS cards. And of course, well, we're not going to get one here, but what do we have here? Do we have a Serie A? We don't. Juanfran we have, which works just about because of that. It doesn't give us a massive chem boost, but it gives us a chem boost. All right, so now is interesting. Gabriel Paulista is amazing for chemistry. Gets Artur onto 7, one link away from being on good chem himself. If I did want to go for a full La Liga theme draft, a full Serie A theme draft, I would kind of have to take Fazio. What I like about this card is his defending is good, his reactions and composure are good, his strength, aggression are good, his jumping is terrible, but he's 6'5", but he is so slow, and in draft, you will get crucified for that. So, we will take Gabriel Paulista. Ooh, and then I guess we're going to go with David Lopez. He's not the best that we've got available, but it's all we've got available. Hey, we could go for a hybrid here. I haven't done a hybrid squad in ages, and it is not giving me good defenders here. We get Cedric, but don't really want to use him. Kappa works for us. And then in goal, we're just one position away from having like a really, really good squad now. Oh my God. What do I have in defense? Brazil and Spain. So let's go for Mandanda for rating. Ah, man. It feels like, for me personally, every draft we do starts off amazing with the attackers, starts falling apart in the midfielders and collapses during the defenders. We got to go for more defenders here. Ooh, Lafont. Now, Lafont is from the French league, so wouldn't link anywhere. Would have been nice to take another FFS card. I'm obviously going to have to go with Oblak. He's big for chemistry and is a great goalkeeper. Other than the right centre mid, and the right back. The defense is okay. It's just not great. That's the problem. I would prefer something way better. Mario Gaspar over Kappa. Probably not what I want to take. Hector Bellerin we can take because we can get a Spanish right centre mid. We can get Bellerin onto 10 chem. Ooh. I've got to take Marcelo. And I'll tell you why. A, he's insane. B, he puts Artur onto 10 chem. And then we can play Juan Fran at right back, which is his natural position, with the right foot. And that is a much better defense, even with Juan Fran off chem. I'm going to need to get Milinkovic-Savic on chem. Which I can do, putting him up at cam and putting Bentancur at right centre mid. Didn't really get anything too helpful here. Let's take Kalu with the new boost and a shadow chem style. We will do our chem styles today. Next up, Facer could be a good starting point. Parolo is obviously a great place to go though. Yo, my bro. Because now we go boom up there. And then boom up there. And that gets us to 98 chemistry. Who's not on chem? The right centre back, the right back, the central centre mid. Everybody else is on chem. That is a good team. It's not a great team. It's not the best team. It's a good team. We'll take Shaqiri with the new boost as well. We've actually been throwing up a fair few Screamer cards. I'm quite happy with that. Bale. I'm liking what we've got going on here, really. I really am. Dzeko, not what I want. Harry Kane, not really what I want either. What do I want off of this? Do I want Willian? Would he be the best sub for me? Probably. Willian and Bale probably would be what's coming in. So let me think about how this team's going to look out. So Artur, Milinkovic-Savic and Bentancur are going to be... In fact, do you know what I would want? I would want to put Bentancur there. Does that drop people's chem? I dropped Parolo's chem. Damn it. Yeah, I wanted to just start the way I wanted to start without having to make subs. But yeah, Bentancur, Artur, and Milinkovic-Savic are going to be our centre mids. Ronaldo and Cotrone are going to be our attackers. I'm going to need to sub someone on for cam. So whether that's Bale, Shaqiri, or Willian, I need that cam role. Parolo's going to go. My back line is okay. My two centre-backs are going to cost me if I come up against someone with like Team of the Year Ronaldo, Team of the Year Mbappe, and that kind of thing. You know, that's going to be a huge problem for me. I almost would prefer Mark Bartra to Lopez. Almost. I'm going to take Di Maria instead for the super sub. 2 more picks before we do chem styles. Now Nelson Semedo would get 1 better chem point than Juan Fran. We could take him. It boosts us up to 99 chem. We get our penultimate pick here. It's not silvers, which is nice. Ooh. David Alaba as a sub to come on in defense might just be something that I like. I'm going to take him anyway. I don't like Douglas Costa, just doesn't fit. Ozil Ozil could fit if we put Bellerin in, but that would just screw up everywhere else. I think we're going to take David Alaba. Right, I'm going to go and work around chem styles, guys. I will be right back. Not all that much by way of chem styles today. A lot of people already had some good chem styles, and there's our silvers coming in. So it really doesn't matter who we get out of those. So let's put the team back together, guys, and have a final look at what we've got going on here. I think the team's pretty good. Once again, I am a slight bit disappointed with my back line. I feel like if this could be a draft I could comfortably win the draft with if I get lucky enough in matchmaking to not really hit against somebody who's really, really good. If I come up against a quality player with, Team of the Year Ronaldo, Team of the Year Mbappe, Team of the Year Neymar, that kind of player, these two centre-backs are just going to get utterly exposed, and that's going to be a problem. We're going to have to think of a way around that. However, we're going to get a 100 chem team, a Serie A manager or a La Liga manager. So that's going to take us up to a 187, a Spanish Serie A manager. Look at that, fantastic stuff. Most players actually here will be on very, very strong chemistry, to the point actually where maybe Juanfran in at right back will be better than Semedo. But yeah, Ronaldo 10, Bentancur 10, Cotrona 10, 8 on Milinkovic-Savic, which is fine. Parolo 10, which he's going to get subbed out anyway. Artur 10. The back line mostly 10. And then Nelson Semedo's on 7. And Juanfran will only get 6 in this regard. Oh no, Juanfran might get 7 actually. Because Spanish manager. Yeah, Juanfran gets 7. I think I'd probably prefer Juanfran. Just because 4-star skill moves and stuff. So that, guys, is the squad. Hopefully we can do some good things with this team. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got an absolutely fantastic squad. Team of the year, Marcelo and Varane, Thierry Henry, Christian Eriksen's 90 rated card, FFS R2, quite like myself. Luis Suarez and Thibaut Courtois are very nice. And he's got a few weak players there. Aspas, Hugo Mayo, I think was his right back. Maybe a Mario Gaspar there. And Rafinha, in at centre mid. But this guy was a strong player. It's really weird because I had just taken my first chance here after 4 minutes. He had a corner. I countered and I scored. And that kind of set the tone there. I don't know if he just got a little bit frustrated and flustered that I scored such an early goal, but he started switching into his defenders and rushing his defensive plays, and that allowed me to score with my second attack, and then eventually I scored with my third attack, and eventually I scored with my fourth attack, and I went 4-0 up against this guy inside like 25 minutes. But I fully and firmly believe that this is a super quality player. I just got really, really lucky with the fact that I made, well, not even lucky, I suppose. I just made the right decisions during every attack to the point where, I scored 4 goals and then he rage quit. He started pulling his keeper and stuff, and it was to be expected, 4-0 down. He's never really going to get back into the game. But when you look at the match stats, other than a little bit of possession, and it's very hard to tell for possession 30 minutes in, he had 4 shots, 3 on target. I had 4 shots, 4 on target, and I went 4-0 up. Crazy. That's how FIFA can be sometimes. Into the second round, we come up against a 3-4-2-1, or a 3-4-3, should I say. Again, some really good players there. Gareth Bale, Douglas Costa's Champions League card. Again, FFS Artur, Team of the Year, Ramos, and Inform Jimenez with Inform Asenjo in goal. He made some subs straight away as well. I think he subbed off his silver player and his right mid. But I scored straight away with Milinkovic-Savic, and then eventually got a good interception there. Ball into Gareth Bale on 30 minutes. Scoop turns around 1. La Croquetta's around another, and Green times that into the top corner to make it 2-0. It was into the second half when I eventually made it 3-0. Arthur here coming through, gets into the box, gets lucky to get the ball back there, and then fake shots past 1, and then gets lucky again. It's fair to say that was a very cheesy goal. I would have been quite frustrated if I'd have conceded that myself. My opponent did eventually get 1 goal back here. Julian Draxler cutting it across to Coutinho to put it in the back of the net, but too little too late for my opponent there with just 11 minutes left on the clock. I was able to just manage the game from that point onwards and see the game out, even taking a red card with Juanfran to make sure no second goal was scored, and that sends us through now into the semi-final. You can see there my opponent briefly on the match stats had just 2 shots, 1 on target the whole game. Into the semi-final, my opponent had a really good team apart from Dyer, Kovacic and Congolo. The rest of his team is remarkable. Maybe you could say Sacco is a little bit disappointing, but with the Shadow Chem style is also pretty good. And my opponent here was on constant pressure the entire game. And he was a very, very good player. So after going 1-0 down, he heel-to-heel flicks here, gets a drag back with Sané, even cuts back a second time and gets the ball in. From this point onwards, he was on constant pressure, but he was also on drop back. So I knew it was going to be a long time for me to be able to get his stamina levels depleted enough to the point where I was going to be able to really take advantage of that. I don't personally play constant pressure, but he was on 1 depth, he was on constant pressure. We got back in with Cotrone at 1-1, and then it was in extra time, and you can see there his fresh Modric has got stamina, but his Congolo is no stamina. His defenders in general have no stamina. We eventually got a goal here in the 102nd minute with Gareth Bale there getting the cut back and tapping that one home. And I'm pretty sure that this guy used a no-loss glitch there. He didn't pause it to quit. He was just about to kick off, and then the game disconnected. So I'm pretty sure he used a no-loss glitch. I did dominate in terms of chances. He held a lot of possession. Then into the final, we come up against another monster team. The 86 Lala, informed De Gea, Van Dijk and Fabinho, special cards, Varane there, Felipe Anderson, Ronaldinho, Butragueno, Mahrez and Ronaldo. A lot of the top-end meta players. Kolasinac, the only bad player in his whole team. And again, this was a really tricky, really tough game. I get a good tackle in there on his Ronaldo, but sadly, manual tackles in this game, they just don't work. Eventually, my opponent gets a rebound goal there with Butragueno popping that in the back of the net after just 8 minutes. Once again, it was a game where I just had to work really hard to get back into the game and just to play the game, really. My opponent was on very low depth, dropping back there and just, made it really difficult to create any clear-cut opportunities. I did get back in after 18 minutes, and then in injury time, guys, very late on, we get a ball through to Gareth Bale. Laquaqueta's pass gets a shot away. Cotrone there stays onside and taps that one home for 2-1. And once again, you'll see a little bit here by the match stats. I feel like I deserved to win that, but it was a tough game. So that, guys, is a good, strong draft win from us there. And that is the end of the gameplay. So let's go ahead and get into the packs. All right, guys. So we won the draft. And I tell you what, that feels good. And I tell you why that feels good. This is probably one of my most satisfying draft victories ever. Because the style of player I played in the first round, the semi-final, and the final, it was like a FUT Champions game for 30-0. Like all three of them, I think I narrowly... Oh, no, maybe it was a semi-final, the second, third, and fourth round. I got a big 4-0 win in the first round. That was actually a rage quit. No, but he was good. He was good. Specifically the semi and the final, they were both on drop back, no pressure, both on fast build-up, and just sitting there waiting to counter. And it was so difficult to deal with. And I went behind in both games, actually. And I had to fight so hard. Honestly, I had to play the most concentrated FIFA I've ever played just to get back into those games and win them. We end up scoring late in extra time in the semi-final. And I think the guy did a no-loss glitch because he just quit straight away. There was still like 10 minutes left in game as well. I didn't expect him to quit there. And then in the final, after dominating, like, honestly, I just held so much possession. He just kept countering and countering and countering. I had a few really good opportunities. And eventually, I got a rebound goal in the 92nd or 93rd minute. I thought he was offside. Like, when I played the ball, tapped it in, I kind of looked over. I'm watching the FIFA E World Cup. And I looked over to watch that, half waiting for the goalkeeper to get a kick for offside. And when I look back over, my player's still celebrating. I'm like, wait, hold on. Was he onside? So, hey, he was onside. This team was phenomenal. I loved having so many big players in the team. I think Prolo's like 6'2" as well, isn't he? 6 foot for Prolo. But once Bale was subbed on, which was I didn't do it at the start of every game. Sometimes I did it right at the start. Sometimes I did it during the game. But with a team like this, I mean, we've got Ronaldo at 6'2". We've got Cotrone at 6 foot. We've got Gareth Bale at 6'1". We've got Artur at 5'7", being the smallest. Milinkovic-Savic at 6'3", and Bentancur at 6'2". I had such a big squad. I was just able to dominate the midfield. But I don't think I made any other subs, really. David Alaba came on one time, actually, in the midfield for Artur, I believe, who was tired in one of the games. So that was there. But that didn't really make much of a difference. But I'm honestly just so happy to have won the draft here. It's been a few episodes since I've won the draft, so it's really good to get back on winning terms. Bentancur, Cotrone were great. Ronaldo, amazing. We scored some goals, not like an insane amount of goals, but I didn't concede many goals, which is really, really good. Only 3 goals conceded throughout the whole event, which is quite nice. What do we get for our rewards? It's not the worst. It's not the worst. These are all right rewards. A mega pack and a premium gold players pack. It's only 60k's worth of packs, which is the same as the 2 premium golds and 2 5s. But I think we're going to definitely make profit here. I know we're definitely going to make profit off of these 2 packs. There's just far too many items that we don't turn some kind of profit. Whether or not we get good players or items is left to be decided. And it doesn't look like we're going to. We get João Moutinho. So not even a board out of our premium gold players pack. What else do we get here? Yeah, I mean, there's some of these guys will sell you know, for 700, 800, as per usual. You know, we'll always get anywhere from 6,000 to 10 or 12,000 from every single 25k pack, just as long as we're sensible of how we sell it. And then a mega pack, which have been some of my best, you know, most fortunate packs this year. We're going to get boards. We do get boards. There we go. So we get at least something. German, centre mid. It's going to be Sami Khedira. Now we have definitely made some good profit here. 85 rated Khedira will sell, I think, right now for about 12,000, maybe 14,000 coins, somewhere along those lines. He's 13 on open bid. Yeah, 15. So yeah, he is literally about 14,000 coins. So we made some very nice profit off of this this draft here. We get a borrower as well, who's quite a good player to sell. Digne, also quite a good player to sell. The contracts will eventually sell over time. Fitness card is alright. Striker centre forward card is alright. We also get Forsberg in there as well, and Christensen. So a couple more 82s. Hey, we made some really good profit off of this draft. We probably made anywhere around 15 to 20,000 when I sell the items, which isn't too bad for draft during a week where there's no promo, no special cards in packs, etc. So really happy with that, guys. And that is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.